Jaden, don't. Mum's gone live.
I'm on live now. Right, pin that post. Evening, everyone. How are we doing this evening? Hi, Marion. How are you? I'm just going to close this door if I could reach it. Hi, Kerry. Hi, Stacey. How is everybody tonight? I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. How are you guys doing? I did my eyebrows today before I came on because they've just been a disaster and they're still a disaster. So, it didn't benefit me doing them before I came on. Plus my hair's lighter, so they're just out there. Need to get the face on. Yeah, I'm fine. Hello, Mum. I have not really been up to much at all today, Stacey. Just going about cleaning. Not really done anything else. Yeah, I've had it done, but I've got these kind of orangey streaks, so I'm going to have to get a toner to put on top of that, but it's a bit better than what it was with the big black roots. Am I in the comments? Or am I okay?
Yeah, seems okay.
You were at the cinema. What did you go and see? I'm just going to put some rose water on my face, because I'm going to do something, get my eyes kind of backwards tonight. I watched a lady who was on, who had come on live in my team, and she did it, so I'm going to try it. Nutcracker. Oh, was it good? I haven't been to the cinema for years. Right, this is going to be weird because I automatically pick my eyebrow brush up to do my eyebrows. So I'm just going to put some moisturiser on. It was good. Oh, that's good. I don't even know what's on in the cinema now. I did see it, Marion. Yes, I did. I did. That's pretty much what we were doing with the purple, wasn't it? Like putting the black on and having the purple kind of on the more to the ends. I don't know what I think of it yet, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know what I think of it. Right, I need to get this redness away. Right, so I'm going to use a BB cream tonight. Because my face is quite dry, and that will help with the moisture in that. So I'm going to use that. So I'm going to use both colours because honey is a little bit too dark and bisque is a little bit too light. I'm going to mix them both together. The kids go on their own, Stacey, but the kids don't want. My daughter was at the pictures with her cousin. Was it yesterday? Friday, yeah. They like to go themselves. They don't want to go to the cinema with me anymore. So the last time I think I was at the cinema with the kids was when, I think it was when Trolls came out. That's how long ago, because they just don't want to go with me. And the youngest one, he's 7, he just doesn't want to go. He just doesn't want to go to the cinema, so... Alright, so I'm going to give these a shake and mix these two together. And I'm going to put just a little bit of the honey. And then a little bit of the bisque. Age are all my kids. Hi Kath, how are you? I'm fine. My oldest will be 21 next month, 19, 14, 12 and 7. I know, I look too young. Right, so I'm just going to mix this together. So I've just put both of them in here and I'm just going to mix them both together to try and get the right colour. That'll do. And with the BB cream you don't have to prime because it's moisturiser. And I just put that on everywhere. So I'm going to do this first and then I'll go onto my eyes and just tidy them up with concealer. So I can show you, I've got no concealer in this tonight, so this will show you the coverage with the BB by itself. Can you get me my little beauty blender? It's in the, sorry, I should have got it before I came over.
It's in the cupboard.
Oh, thank you, Stacey. Yeah, that's fine, thank you. And it's still wet, so. Right, so I'm going to put this on with my damp beauty blender. I have to go to my son's football tomorrow, which is in Montrose. So to me that's miles away. So I will be there. So I don't have anything planned until I know what time that's going to finish. $37.33. I dampen the beauty blenders. If using like the BB cream or a dewy, which is like that shiny look. Let me just move this light back. Foundation. Because this is a sponge, it automatically wants to soak up the moisture. So if you dampen it, then it's already got the moisture in it, so it doesn't take the foundation into the sponge off of your face. Because if you use a dry sponge, you would just lose half of your foundation to the sponge. I'm in Montrose, hope this rain stops. It's bad. I know it's bad, isn't it? I said that to him. I says, I don't know if your game's going to be on, if I'm honest. Right, so that's the BB cream. For a BB cream, it's, look, it has helped with my redness. That's just without the concealer on. So it definitely evens out your skin tone. Takes away some freckles and things. If you did want a more fuller coverage, you would obviously put a bit of the concealer in it, which I normally do, but I didn't do that this evening, just to show you that how red my face was, and that does actually help with it. Because I like a matte look and a little bit more of a coverage, I'm going to use the pressed powder foundation, and this will just go over the top and this will set that in. I cleaned all my brushes last night, so I don't want to use them. So I'm just going to take this all over my face. Actually, no, I won't. I'll have to conceal under my eyes first. Get things right, Michelle. So I'm just going to take this concealer with one of these brushes. I'm just going to take that up into the V, what I normally do. I'm also going to take that on the rest of my eyelid because I've just put it under my brow to clean that up. And then I'm going to take the same beauty blender, I'm just going to turn it round, and I'm going to take that and pat that in to the skin. So I didn't say, if you're watching this on replay, please stick a 1 in the comments. If we are not friends on Facebook, you can feel free to add me as a friend. If you would like added to my VIP page, please comment VIP. And if you'd be so kind as to share, I would really appreciate that. Time's his game 12, I think it is. Usually his game where we live is like 2 o'clock, but it seems to be the games that are away are earlier, which I don't think is very fair on us, but that's just my opinion. I'll add you, I don't know if did I not add you before, Stacey? No, I must not have. I'll add you both straight after this live, ladies. Is this? Oh, you can't see it. Didn't know if my light was too close. Right, so that'll just highlight those areas, and I'll just. I'm going to start off with this eye. Now, the lady that I was watching that had came into our team page and did a live, she didn't set her concealer with powder like I normally do. So I'm going to try and do it the way that she did it. I think it takes a wee bit more time, but the concealer helps bring out the pigments in the eyeshadows. So obviously I use a really light powder, and my eyeshadows are really pigmented anyway, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'm just going to pat that in so it's right into the skin. I'm going to take that right round to the tear duct. In fact, what she does was carved out her eyebrow with the concealer first, did her eyes, and then went back and put the eyebrows on. But I wasn't quite brave enough to do that. Right, so I'll leave that for a second. And I'm going to take my powder foundation. Hi Charlene, how are you? And I'm just going to take that over. This is a pressed powder, but it has really good coverage for a powder. You could actually wear this by itself, and this will give you really good coverage also. I think this light may be too. We do also have loose powder, which is really good coverage as well. And we have, a compact liquid foundation, which is more dewy also. If you didn't want the BB, you wanted a natural foundation, but you didn't want to use the liquid touch because it's liquid to powder. If your face was, you know, a wee bit more drier, you could actually use your colour in the pressed. And do you like the dewy effect? I like my makeup, I like it to look matte, but I know that a lot of people do like the dewy effect. Right, so my eyes. So what's everybody been doing then? Has everybody had a good day? So with this concealer, it doesn't completely dry in. A lot of concealers completely dry and it's hard to move them about. But this particular one doesn't do that. it still stays that little bit tacky, so it gives a chance for your pardon me, eyeshadow to stick to it. So first of all, I'm going to go in with this dark brown, which is Gullible. I'm going to do one eye first and then go over to the other. And I'm going to take my crease brush. Just at the, oh yeah, just at the cinema, yeah. It's better than nothing though. It gets you out of the house, doesn't it? Right, so I'm just going to dip my crease brush into that. Oh. As you could see, this was clean. You just need the smallest amount. Cleaning, boring, I know. And I'm just going to start taking this into the corner, and I'm going to dab it in rather than swiping it, because that concealer is still tacky. So I'm just going to dab that all the way over. Doing that tomorrow. Cleaning. It's never ending. But then I start doing my cleaning and then want something done, you know, and then it just kind of wrecks the place again, and then I've got to do it all over again, and never happy. Right, so I'm just going to keep building this up. To begin with, I'm just going to keep dabbing it because I don't want to irritate that concealer. PJ day. I was in my PJs most of the day today, if I'm honest. I just think it's freezing outside. It's really cold. And I seem to feel the cold when nobody else feels it. Right, so I'm able to start taking that in little circles now. I'm just going to bring that to about here. I'm not going to take that right down to the front, because if I take that right down to the front, that'll kind of close my eye up a bit, and I want to try and disguise this hood here. So I'm just going gently in with that, and I'm just taking it in little circles just to buff out the edges, like so. I'm going to bring that in a little bit further, just right into the corner there. Then I'm going to go in with my bigger fluffy brush, and I'm just going to make sure those edges are blended out, so that we don't just have just a harsh line. This colour is Gullible. This is actually the colour that I contour with as well. I use this to darken up my contour. Right, so I'm just going to leave that there for now. And I'm just going to put the concealer onto my other eye, because I know if I do this whole eye and go into that one, probably be totally different. So I'll kind of try and do them together. And again, I'm just going to dab this in. Push that right into the skin. Because if I was to put my eyeshadow on, just on my hand without the concealer, the colour's nowhere near as strong. Thank you, Chloe. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, if you could please share, I would really appreciate it. I know that some people don't like to share, but the reason I really, the main reason I want my videos shared is so that if there's somebody else that, you know, could watch and get some tips from it, then it'd be good to share it with them so they could get, because that's how I learned as well. I learned loads watching videos. I mean, I knew what I knew about makeup, but I learned so much more watching videos. Plus, it may just make somebody feel that little bit better because they're taking themselves to put their face on. You know, like if you go out and you get your eyebrows done, or you even get your nails done, just those little things that make you feel a little bit better. And I would like people to know that this makeup is so easy to work with. And it really can make you, there's people that can't even go to the shops. For other people it might just be an everyday thing and nothing at all to them. But for other people it might be the hardest thing ever to do, is to get out the house and walk to the shops. And putting a little bit of makeup on could just make you feel that wee bit more, do you know what, I'm going to do this today. I'm going to go to the shop because I'm feeling a bit better within myself. And that to me is, I mean, this has made me feel better. I would never be on here. Never in a million years. So it's definitely worth sharing to just to see if it could help somebody else. Right, so I'm just going to pat that in so it doesn't crease again before I go over there with the Gullible again. And I'm just going to start by patting that in. Thank you, Kath. Thank you so much. I'm just going to take that to there. Sometimes if you take your eyeshadow over right into the inner corner, it can look dirty, like your eyes are muddy. Oh, thank you, Stacey. Thank you so much. I just think it's so difficult to live in this world as it is, you know, all the different, there's always something to bring you down. And I think if you could work just, you know, a wee bit on yourself to make yourself feel that just that little bit better, then it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it. Right, so I'm just going to use the little, oh, I don't know if anyone's seen my post about the, oh, thank you, Chantel. I'm glad you came in. You ladies are so nice. My post about the perfume, of a new perfume that's came out. Now, I know that a lot of people, personally, I've never used Alien perfume, but I know that it's a big thing and a lot of women wear it. But some people think it's maybe a bit too strong. But our anniversary perfume that's came out, hi Alison, how are you? The perfume that's came out for the 6-year anniversary is actually exactly the same as the Alien, but it is not as strong, it's slightly milder. So if you know anybody that wears Alien perfume, it's definitely worth checking that out. I know it's really expensive too, the Alien. Right, so I'll just bring that over there and then I'll go back with my fluffy brush. And just go around those edges. Right, then I'm going to go, I want to say it's 40, Stacey. I'm sure that's, The one on my site is, you looked up the alien last night, didn't you?
Yeah, the aliens between 45 and 70.
The aliens
yeah.
between 45 and 70 or 75. And that depends on,
It's not even the size, just where you get it from.
is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it just depends on where you get it from. But this one, I know that some people think, I've heard that some people think that the alien's maybe just a bit too strong. But this one that we've got is meant to be the exact same. And it's milder, it's not got that really strong stench. And you also get the Love It guarantee on the perfume as well. Ta-da! That's, so if you got it, you didn't like it, wasn't for you, you send it back and you get your full refund. Right, I'm going to go in with Witty, which is this orange colour, and I'm going to take that above. I'm doing it backwards tonight, so I'm going to take this above my eyeshadow that I already have on. So I'm doing dark to light instead of light to dark tonight. What size is the bottle? Could you take that from me? I think it's...
I'm checking right now.
Right, so I'm just going to take this just above that. Just dot that on a bit.
$50 ml.
It's a 50 ml bottle. It gets delivered right to your door, Stacey. If you wanted to order through PayPal rather than the site, then I would receive it and I would then send it on to you. But when you buy, because it's on, everything gets bought online, it gets delivered right to your door. Oh, I'm Dundee as well, yeah. I would bring it to your door. Well, I'm just outside Dundee, but... Right, so I'm just going to take that Witty up there, and that is enough of the Witty, so I'm just going to blend that out. And then I'm going to go in with some Fervent, which is this darker colour. I'm going to darken that Gullible. But do you have a card? Because if you go onto the site, you could use your card to pay. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to pay through PayPal. You have the choice when you go onto my website whether you want to pay through PayPal. But if anybody does want to pay through PayPal, I could give a few days and put an order in. Like I could say, I'll put an order in maybe on Monday for perfumes, and that way everybody would get it. If I had a few, then everybody would get free delivery as well, which is marvellous. Love free delivery. Right, I'm going to go in with this Fervent. I'm just going to use the same, and I'm just going to darken that outer corner where I've put that Gullible. But it's definitely worth getting as a Christmas present. I don't know if this is a limited edition perfume or if it's something that they're keeping, because I know that the Kudos is limited edition, like the lipstick and things is limited edition. Do you know what, I'm better to zoom in, I'm into, because that way you could see this colour better. Right, so I'm just going to give that a wee swirly about. And that'll just darken that outer corner. Sent you PM. Okay, Stacey, I'll read that afterwards. We could get that sorted. What's wrong?
No.
Right, so, and I'm just going to go back in with that Gulliball. And I'm just going to put that on top of that because I want to take away some of the purple. Wanted it to be more brown. I'm just going to intensify that. I don't know if this is making it worse, me being up close or not. Right. So that. Right, okay, so I'm just going to take that Witty back again. I've got hair hanging from that. Is it better, Mum? Yeah. I wasn't sure because you know what, you can never see the colour, can you? And I thought, I've seen a few people zooming in and I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm going to zoom in.
Can you tell whoever it was that just PM'd you that I didn't mean to send thumbs up?
Stacey.
I hit it by accident.
Was it Stacey?
Yeah.
He's opened my mail and he sent a thumbs up. He says he didn't mean to do it. Sorry, I'll read it afterwards. He shouldn't be reading my messages anyway. I don't know who he thinks he is.
And read your message. I accidentally opened it, went to hit up
Accidentally opened it.
and
Yeah,
hit the
no.
thumbs up. Was it that's bad?
4 presents to get. I've not even bought 4. I think I've got 2. I think. But I've started. That's the main thing. I'm a step forward. Right, let's go in with this fervent in here just to darken that up. And back in with the Gulliball. And I just do little circles just to buff that out. Then I'm going to go in with the Witty. Oh, that's really orange. And I'm just going to take this just above here. Yeah, and then you could just relax, Stacey, all the way through December, and that's you done. You've done the right thing. Maybe one year I'll do the right thing. So I'm just going to buff that orange in. And I think my hood's different on both eyes. I want to do that, Marion. I want an IOU. That's brilliant. Right, so I'm now going to take that Witty again and I'm going to put that on the inside. You see how pigmented that is? Of my lid. And I'm just going to pat that on. But if you could see, that's just one. And I'm just going to do the same on this eye. I think I'd have maybe been better cutting the crease. Yeah, I'm going to cut the crease. So forget that orange. I'm going to actually cut the crease first and then put that on. Right, so I'm going to go back in with my concealer. I'm not sure, Stacey. Don't really know. I don't really have... I don't know. Right, so I'm going to take this concealer here. In fact, I'm going to put it on my hand. And you'll see that when I look up, that will transfer to where my natural crease is. I'd never think of using them. I know! It's amazing, Marion, I know. It's half of the things that I thought I would never use, and they are so nice together. And I'm just going to pat that in. What time is it now?
Just past 8:15.
Oh, I don't think I'll be on that late. Well, I think you'll probably be a bit sick of me by that time. Right, so this, I'm just going to cut out that crease. Because I've looked up, it's stamped where my crease would be, whereas if you see here where it overlaps, this kind of gives you the illusion that you have a lid. Now then I'm going to go back because of what I've just done. I'm going to go back in with that Gullabelle, and I'm just going to use this tiny little brush, and I'm going to put this, tidy this up with this little brush. Back in with the Gullabelle to tidy that up a bit. That's not the right brush. That ain't the right brush. Let's try this wee one. So if you do overlap a bit, you don't have to worry about it. You just use your brush and just a small little brush to go over where you've taken that colour away. Right, so there we go. Then I'm going to take my crease brush and I'm just going to blend that into that concealer a little bit. Then I'm going to take my Witty and I'm going to pat that on. I just press that in there, and then I'm going to go back to my crease brush and I'm just going to blend those two together. Then I'm going to use some Antsy, which is this. It's like a gold shimmer colour, and I'm going to put that on the rest of my lid. I've cleaned all my brushes and I'm ruining them all. I'm just going to use a shadow brush for this, and I'm just going to pat that on the rest. I think I'd rather do that with my finger if I'm honest. feel like I need a little bit more of that orange in there. Also, some of the colours, some of the splash the lipsticks are on back order, and some of them are actually going out of stock. So if anybody is interested in this month's Kudos, it's well worth grabbing it now, because once they go out of stock, I don't know if or when they will come back. So it's the perfect time to get them before they run out of. If they're on back order, it's okay because they usually have a date for them to come back. I'm just going to go on and do the same with this eye. Again, I'm going to look up and print that. What is that cat eating? Chicken. It's got his ears in. So as you can see, this one's actually slightly higher. The hood on my right eye is actually more than what is on my left. Okay, and again I'm going to go in with that tiny little brush. And take the Gullible. Just to clean that line up. Get that colour back. Hi Mum. Hi Mum. Ah, is that you, Taylor? I was thinking my mum's saying hi Mum to me. Thinking, did I not say hi or something? Right, so that's that. I'll just blend that in a bit more. Then we will go in with the Witty again. No, my youngest daughter's up at my mum's, and she's come onto my mum's Facebook and said hi Mum to me. So I wondered why my mum was saying hi Mum. Oh, it doesn't take me much to get confused. Right, I'm just going to take that and blend that in. That darkness there. And we'll blend those two together. I know. Right, so let's go back in with that Antsy. No, the 7-year-old's a boy. That's my daughter, she's 12. Right, so I'm just going to use this brush again, and I'm just going to use that shimmer in the corner. I'm just going to dab that on, and then I'm going to use my finger. I'll bring that right round there to give that. Yeah. She's not staying, she's coming home later on because my mum and dad are going to be on holiday early hours of the morning, so she's just up having a night with her granny before she leaves. So that is that was me going backwards and using my eyeshadow without setting it first. It wasn't as hard as what I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult. I don't think it was as difficult as what I thought it would be. I'm just going to take some more of that witty up there. Oh, maybe not that much. Hi, Amanda. I'm just going to settle for now. I'm just going to... Cat's crying to get out. So there we go. I've kept that darker on the outside. You could go as dark as you like, obviously, on the outside. I'm going to bring that round again because I like that to stay much darker there. So there we go. Just a different way of doing it. I'm going to tidy this up with my concealer. I'm going to bring it round tonight rather than straight, which I normally do. Okay, that went a bit straight. Right, and I'm going to bring that underneath. So I'm just going to take what's on my brush already. I'm not going to dip it in anymore. Yeah, it's kind of different, isn't it? Looks like all this stuff's going on in your eye. Then I'm going to take a little brush, and there's more on that eye than there is on this eye. And I'm going to use that Gullible, and I'm also going to bring that across here. And then just a little amount of that Fervent just to darken the outer corner here and add them together. Right, so it looks like you could see the colour a bit better than if I was zoomed back out. This actually seems to be better, doesn't it, to have it in? So I'm going to bring it in a little bit. So there we go. That is the eyes. Different, but we like to be different. You don't get far if you don't come out your comfort zone. So now I'm going to go in with some highlighter. And I am going to put some Optimistic in my eyelid first. I'm going to use Optimistic to highlight my brow bone. Hi Claire! Right, so I'm just going to highlight here with this. I didn't actually know you could zoom in. I've just learnt this. Zooming in capers. So, it seems to be better if you could zoom in. Some people need to zoom out depending on what lights they use. Some people prefer to, I'm just going to intensify that in there. Some people prefer to zoom out, you see the colours better. And some people have to zoom in. It must just be different phones, different lights, different whatevers. I'm fine, Claire, how are you? Right, so there we go, that is that. Luminizer. Going in with Benevolent. And I'm just going to highlight the cheekbone and round the temple. Good, good. So that'll give that some shine. And there. Or maybe I think I'd have to zoom out to see the shine maybe afterwards. And I just like to lighten up just above the brow arch. I say that and I'm never actually at the brow arch. And I'm just going to use a because I've set my face with powder already with the powder foundation. I am just going to use a powder to contour. So I'm going to go in with my bronzer first. Bronzer is brilliant. Anybody that doesn't have bronzer needs to have bronzer. This will add all the colour to your face. This bronzer has a light side and a dark side. I'm just sticking to the dark, so it gives you that shimmer as well. I will blend this out. But this you could also contour with the bronzer. So this gives you a chance to darken up your neck as well, because your neck is not usually or not always the same colour as your face. So I'm just going to blend this bronzer out. Oh, that's still wet. No problem, Stacey. Thanks for coming on. I'll see you the next time. I'll get back to you. I'll reply back to your message when I come off. And oh God. Right. So I'm just going to zoom that out a wee bit. So the bronzer will give your face some warmth as well. Sometimes when you put foundation on, it looks really nice, but it's just plain, so it's nice to bronze up a little bit. I went a bit nuts with that shine. And I'm going to also use the Gullible, which I used on my eyes, and I'm going to darken my contour with that. And then I'll get on to my mascara. If you've not shared yet, guys, please share. Let's see if we could help someone else with their makeup. No problem, Marion. Thanks for joining. Right, so I'm just going to blend this out as well. Let's just intensify the contour. Give my face some definition. always blend too much. Right, now we have mascara. I'm going to use the waterproof mascara because I need a new one and it's just dried up a bit. So I'm going to use the waterproof until mine comes on Monday. So, but this is the same thing. Dropped it. This is just waterproof. The same mascara, same formula. I'm going to zoom this in. But I'm going to pick my mascara up first that I've just dropped. You're laughing at me. So, I got my mirror out and I'm doing it in the camera. I'm just going to coat them to begin with and then concentrate more on the ends when I go back in with my second coat. But this is the waterproof. This will not budge. Although I have the cleansing stick. I'm going to do a video actually. I'll do a video of taking this mascara off. And I'll post it and I'll show what the cleansing stick does for because this is really difficult to get off, this waterproof mascara. Which is good, but not if you're wanting it off. Right, so I'm just going to give these bottom lashes a wee coat. Oh, I've done it again, look. Without fail, every time. I'm just making that worse. I'm just making it worse. Right, so I'll give that a minute to dry. And I'm going to go back over with my second coat. Concentrate more on the ends with this coat. Because I want more length, so I stick more to the ends of the lash. Whereas if you wanted more volume, you could go right down to the root again. And this again is buildable, so you could use as much as you like to build up to whatever length and volume you wish. I would imagine that if you used maybe 10 coats of it, it may start getting a bit clumpy, but it does have an anti-clump formula in it. I have really weird eyelashes. Really weird ones. Right, so got it all over the place. As per usual. If this happens to you, your eye goes on your eyelid. If you hold a mirror and look down whilst putting your mascara on, which I never do, that helps that. This is just drying in. What have I done? Where have I put my mascara? Thank you, Claire. I don't know if I'm just going to separate these. I've stuck them together with my finger. I don't know if coming closer's actually helped. I'll not be able to tell till afterwards. So there's my lashes. I know, they're so long and lovely. Anyway, I don't need mascara, I know that. And here is the Epics. So this is the waterproof, which is the same as any other Epic. All the Epics do the same. So there we go. That is the difference in that. Amazingness. So I'm just going to go on and quickly do the other eye, because my eyelashes are actually different on this eye. Strange, I know. And again, it's all about this little wand as well. This wand has crisscross bristles so that it catches the smallest of hair, and we have so many little eyelashes that we don't even know that we have until we use this mascara, and it catches them all. That just gives them a little coat. I don't have many eyelashes on the bottom. And take that off of there. So I'm just going to go back in and put more length in the ends. My eyelashes grow so close together. I think you might be able to see maybe better on this one. So look at the length of that. How amazing is that? I love it. As you all know, I love it. So let's go for some lips. I'm going to use Prim eyeliner on my lips. It's definitely worth checking out that perfume, ladies, if you know somebody that wears Alien. I know it's quite a popular brand. I can't say, I've not used it myself, so I don't know. But I know that it won't last, and if it's limited edition, because it came out with the 6th anniversary bundle, if it's limited edition, I don't know if it'll last, so it's well worth getting it. Fantastic Christmas present as well. Right, so this is Prim eyeliner that I use on my lips, as always, because you could use eyeliner for lips and lip liner for eyes. And I'm just going to pat that in, and then I may just go with some Stella, possibly. This is just a nude brown. My concentration when I'm putting lipstick on. What's this bit? So there we go, that's stellar, that's just a nice nude colour. You can add some luminizer in the middle. If you don't like gloss, some people don't like lip gloss, you can actually add some luminizer into the middle. And this will give it a glossy look. You can even add the powder luminizer, which I normally do. And that just gives it that extra look. So, look at those eyelashes. Absolutely amazing. Love it. What am I doing here? Oh, sorry guys. Don't want to come that close to me, do you? Right, so there we go, ladies. That is just a different way of just doing the eyes back to front for a change. I've used BB cream tonight because my face is quite dry. I'm not going to use setting spray because I'm not going out. If you're interested in any of the colours or anything I'm using, you could, thank you Claire, feel free to PM me with any questions you may have. My website's pinned below if you're interested in having a look. Please share for me, and the next look I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do it with the new pink lipstick on my eyes. So watch out for that, that should be quite interesting. I think I've covered anything. If you would like it added into my VIP page, please comment VIP, although we do have to be friends, it seems, before I can add anybody into that. So if we're not friends on Facebook, feel free to add me as a friend. But please share, guys. I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. Hope to see you again. Bye!